Robert Reagan here from genealogycompass.com, and we are talking about flash drive genealogy. And all that means is storing your important information. It's very important to back up this information and store it. And your genealogy information would include GEDCOM files, pictures, scans of documents, and really anything that is important to you and your genealogy research. What we're looking at here are some actual flash drives. These are some of mine. These are 1 gig flash drives here. These guys here, back in the day, they cost me over $40 or a few years back. Here's a 2 gig flash drive, and that holds a lot of information. I just saw one at an office supply store for under $20 on sale. And surprisingly, the smallest one of all, this measures, just so you know, 2 inches by 1 inch across. That little guy there holds 4 gigs of data. Now over here you see a picture. This is them uncapped. Now they used to come with just the little caps on them, and you always lose the caps, so I don't really like the ones with caps anymore. This one does a little flip thing. See, it looks like this, but here you flip it and you got the little port here. And this one slides down. You take this and you slide it down, and this little guy here comes out. So these are flash drives, and you can get them very inexpensively these days. And if you look on this post here, there's a listing to some actual live auctions on eBay where you can get some for, just very inexpensive. Since gas prices are so high these days, I don't even go by mileage. I don't say that the office supply store is 45 minutes away from me or 20 miles. It's $15 away from me, or it's $20 away from me. That's how I do it these days. So it is a good thing to actually order online. Now, where do these flash drives go? If you know and you think this is so remedial, well, good. You're in a slim minority, because most people do not know, and I know that a lot of genealogy people that I work with, they really don't know. So here's what's going on. This is the back of a computer, kind of a close-up, and these are 2 USB ports, and that's where the flash drives stick into, right here. Here's 2 of them together. Now you may have a laptop. I have a laptop that has only 2 USB ports. I have another laptop that has 4 USB ports. And if you have a desktop computer, you may have to slide it out, dust it off, and look back there and see where your port is. But it's important to know where your USB ports are. Let me point something out real quick for you. Since the USB ports, they may be few and far between, and there's lots of stuff to stick in there, you might want to invest in what they call a USB hub. And that's what you do here. Here's a USB hub here. It has 4 slots. You plug it into one of your USB ports, and now you have 4 inputs instead of just 1. And you can see this has different things stuck into it. This is a mouse, and this is this, and that's that. And you could also put a flash drive in here as well. But a USB hub is a good thing to have. And you can get it for about $20 or so. Now another thing that's more expensive, anywhere between $60 and $120 is what I've seen, and the prices are dropping. This is an external hard drive. It is slightly longer than a deck of cards, and about as wide as a deck of cards, and about as thick as a deck of cards. This little guy here, it holds more memory than the hard drive in my laptop does. This little guy right here, and it's smaller than a peanut butter sandwich. And I just wanted you to see, here's another external hard drive, and it also holds more data, not memory, I said before. It holds more data than any of the computers I have. And here's a flash drive next to it, so you can see the comparison. This is also smaller than a peanut butter sandwich. Now when it comes to these storage devices, these flash drives, or maybe the external hard drives if you can go that route, it's about managing the information on your computer, about managing files. You must know how to manage the files on your computer, and that's where a lot of genealogy researchers have trouble. All this means is you need to learn how to make folders and move stuff around. That's all it means, and it's easy, and I'm going to prove it to you. I'll show you. Here's how you get to your stuff. This is the desktop on my computer. If you run an Indie Windows system, you're looking for the icon that says My Computer, and I'm going to double click on My Computer. Here's all the stuff that's on my computer. Here's my C hard drive. I have a D drive. And remember the external hard drive? That's called a simple drive in this case, and it's my G drive. Well, I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to plug in one of my flash drives. It makes a funny noise, and I'm going to close this down, and look what happened. I've got another drive popped up. This one's called Store and Go. Yours may be called something else, but what matters is that's my flash drive, and there are the files on my flash drive. A lot of times on a computer, you'll see different icons. Well, a good thing to do is to go to View and go to Thumbnails, so you can see There's some pictures and there's a folder that shows me what's in a folder. It's nice to look at things that are in a thumbnail format. Okay, so I'm looking at what's inside the folders of my flash drive, but I want to go back to the My Computer area. I can do that by going up here and clicking this little guy with an arrow, or I can look on the left and double click where it says My Computer. And there's where we were before. Now over here, if you look on the left, My Documents. That is a good place to keep your file. Everybody has, all Windows systems have the My Documents area. This is mine, and I've got it in the view, the thumbnail view, so I can see what's going on, see what the pictures are. Here's some folders I've made. Here's the default folder that comes with Windows, My Pictures. It's good to keep pictures in there. But what I want to do is this. I've got some files, folders that I've made here. So here's some GEDCOM files, PAF files, Family Tree Maker files. These are genealogy files here. So I could either create a folder here, or I could create a folder on my storage drive. Either way. But what I'm going to do is this. You right click and it brings up New. I'm going to go to New, Folder, and I'm going to name this folder Genealogy Stuff. Alright, here's my folder that I've named Genealogy Stuff. Now I'm going to right click it. If I mess it up, I can always go to rename it and name it whatever I want. And then when you're done naming it, you just click right here outside the square and it says the name of the folder for you. Alright, so if I click on it, there's nothing there. I'm going to go back. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I want to do this. I want to take these guys here and I'm going to drag them down and see how that lights up and drop them in. That is just dropped them in that folder. So there's this moved over here. There's the Genealogy Stuff folder. I double click on it and look, there's folders within folders. And if I want to view it this way, I can go back to thumbnails or I can keep it in icons. Either way, those 3 folders are there with all my genealogy stuff in it. Okay, I'm going to go back. Well, I can keep it on my hard drive if I want, which is fine. Either way, if I move it to the flash drive or just move a copy of it, it doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to right click and go copy. Select copy. And now I'm going to go back to my computer. There's my flash drive, the store and go. Double click. I'm going to view it in thumbnails just so we can keep it like it was. I'm going to go edit, paste. And look, there you go. It's pasting it now. It's pasting that folder we created called Genealogy Stuff with those genealogy files in there. Okay, it's done. Let's see what happens. I'm going to double click on it. And yeah, there they are. So there's my files. Now those files, a copy of my files is on that flash drive right there, Genealogy Stuff. And I'm going to go back to my computer. And there's my computer. Remember, this is my flash drive right here. And I go to My Documents. There's the Genealogy Stuff folder. So there's a copy of it here in My Documents and a copy of it on my flash drive. I'm going to go back to my computer. Oh, it's time to go. Okay, I'm going to take my flash drive out of my computer, pull it out, and there it goes. And I go on my merry way. So it's easy to get folders from your computer, usually kept in My Documents to keep things easy for you, and move them to your flash drive. You can create folders, you can put folders within folders, you can name them whatever you want. It's easy to do. So it's worth getting a flash drive, and it's worth getting a USB hub, and it's also, if you can afford it, it's definitely worth getting an external hard drive as well. It works the same way. For instance, this is my external hard drive, and I just would click on it and start storing folders there, just like we did in the flash drive example. So try flash drive genealogy for yourself. That's the way it works. Have fun with it, and remember that it's pretty easy to do. This is Robert Reagan from Genealogy Compass, and I'll see you again on another lesson.